Your junk drawer may be contributing to your junk in your trunk. Welcome back, my fellow lifestyle enthusiasts. And if you're new, I'm Lene. And to say that I'm obsessed with things lifestyle and how they impact your overall health really is an understatement. And as a physician and a researcher, my goal is to provide you with simple tactics to improve your lifestyle and thus improve your health and your well-being. And boy, am I excited about today's video. Today, we unleash my favorite topic that not everyone links to health and wellness. I want to talk about clutter and how it impacts your weight. That's right, your junk drawer may be contributing to your junk in your trunk. And don't miss out on the freebie that I have for you at the very end. And by the way, if you are a lifestyle enthusiast and obsessed with all things health, then click that subscription button and give this video a thumbs up and hang on because I get super nerdy when it comes to decluttering. With the recent release of Marie Kondo's Tidying Up series on Netflix, people all over the United States have been clearing out their homes in search of more joy. So I can only assume that if you are a Goodwill junkie, you are totally living the dream right now. Have you ever wondered if there are scientific studies supporting the state of your home in relation to your overall health and especially your weight? Well, I do, of course. Have you ever watched the show Hoarders and noticed that often they're overweight or obese? Peter Walsh, author of Lose the Clutter, Lose the Weight, states that people with cluttered homes are 77% more likely to be overweight or obese. This really is the missing link in the discussion of minimalism and the decluttering process. Many of you are familiar with my stroke scare and how it led me to make really drastic changes in my health, my home environment, and the pursuit of more happiness. But what you may not know is that my difficult circumstances and hospitalization ultimately led to researching ways to simplify my environment and to declutter my home. The process of decluttering led to further researching ways to improve my health, and the last 20 pounds slowly came off of me. What I did not realize until years later was that research has proven that our environment has a dramatic effect on our overall health and well-being, that a decluttered space can often be the catalyst for healthy changes in one's life. In today's video, I want to discuss specifically how to clear a space and how not clearing it will affect your waistline. Based on multiple research studies, here are the key findings regarding clutter and your health. An Australian and US study conducted by Lenny Vartarian demonstrated that people will eat more sweets in a cluttered environment because their subconscious mind feels totally out of control. We can deduce from these studies that when your home and workspace is cluttered, it can lead to feelings of overwhelm or discontent that may lead to overeating or poor choices of food. In a study published in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin, 30 couples gave tours of their homes and provided salivary samples measuring cortisol levels 4 times per day for an entire week. This study linked the attitude that women had toward their home to their change in their cortisol levels. In essence, those women who viewed their homes as chaotic or in disarray had cortisol changes that were unfavorable. Those who described their homes in terms of restoration had a sharp change in cortisol and thus more inclined to experience psychological and physical well-being. For women, weight gain can be linked to high levels of stress chemicals and typically involves increased belly fat, which is the most dangerous as it increases your risk for cardiovascular disease. Recent research from 2016, published in Biochimica, a Biophysica, suggests that chronic stress stimulates your body to produce beta-trophin, which is a protein that blocks an enzyme that breaks down fat. Researchers have identified what is now called the thrifty gene that links hoarding and obesity in patients with obsessive-compulsive disorders. Greater hoarding behaviors were linked to higher BMIs. The research suggests that our clutter acts as a buffer from our outside world, and that our clutter mirrors any excess weight that we carry, as excess weight can act as protection from our environment. So, to summarize the studies, we have linked cluttered spaces to overeating and binging, increase in stress hormone and abdominal fat, the inhibition of fat-burning mechanisms, and excess weight and higher BMIs. Now that we know our clutter can influence our waistline, how do we get started? Over the years, I have developed my own method for decluttering and clearing my home. I have curated the best tips from top minimizing gurus and have utilized some of the best cognitive science to clear out my entire home, not once, but 3 times. Of course, because I stand on the shoulders of decluttering giants before me, I want to give these folks credit for inspiring the method that I now use, and have listed my favorite gurus and their books or websites in the description box of this post. Now, let's get to the good stuff and discuss my method for clearing any space. Number 1. As part of the preparation and planning process, you will need to schedule the time that you will be decluttering. If it isn't scheduled, you are more likely to find something else to do with your time. The key is that you schedule it ideally in the morning, or a time of day that you are most energetic and you're clear-headed. Psychological science supports that if it is not on the calendar, you are less likely to commit to doing it. For clarity, I want you to take 5 minutes to meditate before you start clearing. Before I begin any decluttering project, I take the time to do a short meditation that includes visualizing my decluttered home and to feel all of the restorative emotions I desire to create in my new space. Next, I visualize myself sorting through my items with ease and having generous amounts of clarity on what to keep and what to let go. Lastly, I visualize the sense of weightlessness and calm that comes over me as I drop off my items to the Goodwill. For collection, you will collect everything in one category. There are 5 categories: paper, clothes, miscellaneous, books, and sentimental. I've chosen to address the categories in this order based upon the momentum that they provide and from easiest to hardest to sort. The reason I like to start with paperwork is because back in 2009, when I first started my journey to downsize, I found that papers are often the cause of the most stress in the mind and the heart. Sorting through this category first can bring heaps of peace upon your life and create a ton of momentum for you in your next category. Once you have collected an entire category from every room in your home, spread it out on the floor or clean surface, examining each item one at a time. For the consideration, I want you to ask yourself 5 questions that will determine if this item fits your vision in the lifestyle that you want. With every item that you own, ask yourself, do I love this piece? Is this item useful? When was the last time I loved, valued, or used it? Does this item promote or inhibit my mental and emotional health? What is the purpose of this item, and has it already served its purpose? As you sort your items, the key is really to focus on what you want to keep versus what you need to get rid of. If you have trouble with this, revisit your mental picture of the ideal space and the feelings that you want to generate from your 5-minute meditation that you did. For the concluding phase, you're going to sort your items into one of 5 piles: keep, rubbish recycle, give away or donate, sell, or relocate. When I'm sorting, I actually put sticky notes up on the wall to designate these 5 piles. And after each day that you declutter, you need to go directly to your nearest donation center, because it's important that you see progress and the lightness of letting go, and you feel that lightness. We want to capitalize on the concept of the confidence and competency loop. The more that we get rid of, the more that we are confident. The more confident we feel, the more competent we become. After you have decluttered each of the categories, you can maintain your progress by scheduling time each year to repeat the steps above as your taste and lifestyle changes. Contrary to common belief, this is not a one and done process. As your tastes change, so should your home. The 2 biggest mistakes that I see people make when it comes to decluttering is either not getting started or trying to organize before they downsize. Listen, it took me a full year to fully declutter my home and organize it in a way that makes my heart sing. You don't need to overhaul your entire house in a weekend. You can do this over a week if you are super ambitious, a month, 5 months, or even a year. It's not the timeline that matters as much as the momentum. So do me a favor, start with one category in your home that you know needs your most attention, excluding the more difficult categories such as sentimental items. Use this one choice as your monthly challenge this month. The good news is that I have some resources to help you get started. I am so excited to provide you with the attached free PDF of my 5x5 decluttering guide that I used back in 2009 to completely change my life and my weight. This is the 17-page Cliff Note version of the dozens of books I read and methods that I use to simplify my home and to create spaces that I love. I know you'll love it. So you can also be on the lookout for my monthly masterclass called Lifestyle Design Experience, which will help you to 10x your health and wellness by improving every aspect of your lifestyle. This class is designed to link you with like-minded individuals and encourage you to live your best life. If you've made it through the video this far, I want to commend you, my friend. I know that you can do this, and truly, like working out first thing in the morning, getting started is the hardest part. But once you do, I know you'll feel better, and I'm here for you, cheering you along the way. I would love to hear about your decluttering experiences, so please leave a comment below and tell us what one area is your Achilles heel at the moment. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it beneficial. And please share it with your friends who are trying to declutter their homes, and subscribe for more videos like this to help you achieve optimum vibrancy and vitality. And as always, strive to supercharge your health by simplifying your lifestyle. So until next time, mwah.